Howdy folks, I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. Last time I showed off some of the games here in the Wonder Square. I showed off this one over here, the snowboarding game. Now we'll go over here to the G-Bike game. This is the, what the G-Bike game is. 200 gil. Switch to attack left, OK to attack right. Switch and OK. So we switch down these two buttons. Okay. Truck is attack, you lose points. This is a recreation of the bike chase scene in Midgar when we left the Midgar headquarters. The difference being there won't be a boss fight at the end of the race or the end of the at the end of the map, and you're actually trying to gain points by killing the enemies that are approaching you on the bike, just like they were in just like the Shinra troopers, the Shinra bikers were. This time though, you want to try to keep them hitting the truck, not to prevent them from losing life, but so you don't lose points. Let's try it. Alright, here we go. We've got switch to attack on left, okay, attack on right. Go! You see on the score in the upper left-hand corner. Basically, the rules of the game are the same. The blue bikes are the easiest one to hit. The red ones will try to avoid you as much as they can, but they are stronger. You can trip vehicles by when you attack them. You can by pinning them or attacking them straight up. Pin them to the wall, make them fall. If you can make a bike fall in front of another one, you'll actually get like a combo, and they'll both fall. Orange is obviously the highest level of bike to hit. Come on. Swing faster, Cloud. There we go. Almost got double there. There we go. Got the red one. And there we got the orange one. Doing good so far. 2,600 points is not bad. Now, unlike the... I thought you would get points off the snowboarding game, but I didn't seem to be getting points off the snowboarding game. But I think you get... say points, I'm talking about GP at this point. I think you get GP for this particular mini game. Grind him down. Okay, that one's there. Another one. There's the blue one. Got him. I don't think you lose points if they hit you. You only lose points if they hit the truck. So, unlike the original race on the Midgar Highway, you don't have to worry about protecting yourself. Just make sure you take down the truck or take down the bikes. You don't have to worry about protecting yourself. Obviously, the truck is going to take damage if you drop a bike in front of them, so you want to try to prevent that if you can. And I don't think you can actually damage the truck yourself by running into it or hitting it with a sword. On other side, Come on, hit it. There we go. Alright, got the red one. Left. Oh, there we go. Got the blue one. Oh, I got the blue one. But alright, we're knocking on the red one. And I think that we got a little farther to go. Thought we were almost done. Whack. And didn't try to trip that red one. There we go, now we got that one. Very good. Alright, there's the finish line. Score 10,100. That's actually a pretty good score, I think. I don't know what's going to get me as far as GP. Hopefully it gives me a good amount. Received 10 GP. Alright. Very good. And we got a speed source out of that, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so that's how that bike works. That one's actually a pretty quick game. I think it's actually quicker than the snowboarding game, actually, even though we know the snowboarding team takes about a minute and a half, depending on the course that you're doing. So that's game pretty short. Probably, in my opinion, the fastest way to get GP in the Wonder Square. That is, I explained how to get GP from the Chocobo Square. That's a little more reliable as far as being able to get high amounts of GP, because if you win your bets, you can trade those items in for GP, and the better the item, the more GP you get. But if you're just trying to go for the quickest way and get the minimum, if you want to go fast and you want to get them fast, you want to get small amounts. If you want to get small amounts quickly, do the bike race, in my opinion. If you want to get bigger amounts but it takes a little time, you want to probably do the chocobo races. Okay, let me go over here now, and we're in a submarine game. Face a submarine. Face a submarine. Face a submarine. I guess I gotta do it from this side. There we go. These, in case I didn't mention it before, any games that you have not played in the main storyline would not be available at this point in the game. So when you came here, if you came to the Gold Saucer in the early part of the game, you would already have done the G-Bike race, obviously, because you do that to escape Midgar. But you haven't been to Icicle Inn, so you haven't done the snowboarding game, and you haven't been to Junon, chase down the red submarine, so the submarine game would not be available. So both the submarine game and the snowboarding game would not be available with the gold saucer until you completed the original minigame. So after you go to Icicle Inn and do the snowboarding game there, you can come back to Gold Saucer if you wanted to, and the snowboarding game would be available, but the submarine game would not, and so on and so forth. All right, up, down, left, right, down, up to rise, down to up to dive, down to rise. Okay, so it's basically airplane controls. May need to speed up, catch, slow down, switch to fire torpedo. Find and avoid mines by using the sonar and destroy the enemy submarines. There's more than one in this one. Try it. Let's do the undersea maker reactor battle. Alright, basically this is a remake of what we did earlier in the maker reactor. We go forward. I'll keep unloading torpedoes. Just keep firing torpedoes until it sinks, and it sunk. Alright. If that one sunk, we can go look for some other ones. Here comes the enemy submarine, the yellow one. We sunk that one too. Don't have to worry about collisions. I don't think you can actually collide with enemy submarines. Oh, there's an enemy submarine up there. You do want to avoid their torpedoes, though, so you want to be careful with that. I don't think our torpedoes track, so that's good. You want to avoid those diamonds. Those diamonds are mines. They'll damage you. And you pretty much want to try to stay behind the submarines, the enemy submarines, best you can, because they don't have any aft torpedoes. They can't shoot you from behind. All right, we got that one. So how many is that we've sunk so far? 3. We have to sink a total of 10 submarines in each level. Anytime it says warning, let you know that there's an enemy close by. And you can't fire torpedoes unless you have a lock on. So there we go. Let's fire away. Oh, we got another one shooting at us. Luckily, we missed. Got that one down. So let's slow things down. You get on the yellow submarine here. Fire away, and that one's down too. All right, we're doing real good. Oh, we stuck another submarine somewhere. Oh, it's behind us. Okay, there it is. The red one. Oh, we need to go forward now. Oh, we got that one too. All right. At the bottom of the screen is our health bar. The big green bar. It's green on the right, red to the left. I think that's our health bar. As we take damage, that bar will obviously reduce. You lose all your health, you obviously sink, game over. Lower right hand corner, you see the clock. That's how much time you have to do this game. Right, timer runs out, you game over. I think if you don't sink them all in the right amount of time, you basically lose. The 4 blue circles you see in the middle, the 2 on the left and the 2 on the right, those are your weapon status. That lets you know the torpedoes are loaded and ready to fire. If they're red, it means the torpedoes are not ready to fire because you obviously just fired them, so they're unloaded. All right, we need to float around the edge, try to find some more. Unfortunately, the draw distance on the enemy submarines are kind of poor, so you got to really do a lot of moving around. You can't really stay too high because sometimes they'll be low near the bottom of the ocean. Sometimes they'll be high near the middle of the water, or near the surface. You can't actually damage yourself if you hit the bottom of the ocean or the walls or anything. It'll just stop your submarines. You can see it says conflict on the upper part of the screen, meaning you're stuck on a wall, basically, or you're hitting a wall. So there we go. The red squares just let you know the depth of the mine, so you don't actually hit them. And if you hit them, you'll know because you get the screen will shake. Same thing if you get hit by a torpedo. So let's head down here. There's probably a big part of the ocean here. Unfortunately, there's like a big map or anything. I don't really know if there's if there's a decent pattern you can follow. The whole point of the red squares is to give you an idea of the depth and the exact location of the mine, since they're on kind of a 3D plane. It gives you an idea of where they are exactly. So you can fly through the red squares. That's fine. It won't damage you. It's just when you hit the actual triangles themselves, we actually get, I'm being fired at. Somewhere. I can't, I lost him. And it says, warning, unless you know there's an enemy nearby. About to hit a mine. Ooh, I hit a mine. Damn it. Let's try to prevent that from happening. And it says, warning, there's an enemy nearby. When you're being fired at, it gives you the other alert. I forgot what it says. I think it just says alert, which means you're being fired at. Alright, come on. I want to find all these submarines before the time runs out here. This is the only downside is you don't really have any way of actually knowing where these submarines are. Like I said, there's not like a pattern to this. You can there's one. There's alert. Let's back up here. There's torpedoes away. Keep backing up so we don't get hit by their torpedoes. Always thinking, alright, there's another one down. You'll know when you actually sink all the enemy subs because it'll just immediately release like mission accomplished. I got 5 minutes to try to find these last submarines. I haven't been keeping count of how many I've sunk so far. I don't think these the circles you see on the left and lower left and lower right hand side of the screen, I don't think they really give you any kind of hint as to how close you're getting to the submarine. I think they're just there for looks. I can't say for certain, as I could be wrong. I don't know. I try not to go too deep, nor try to be too shallow, because again, you can, if you're too shallow, you're too close to the quote unquote surface of the water, even though you don't really actually surface. If you're too close to the top, you won't be able to detect the submarine that's near the bottom of the ocean, and vice versa. If it's near the surface and you're on the bottom, you're not going to be able to detect it if it's above you. So that's why I try not to stay too deep, but not to stay too shallow either. In case to give you more idea of how the on-screen HUD is here. Obviously, your speed is on the right-hand side of the screen. You got forward and backward speeds. You can boost at 200 by holding the forward button to a maximum. Left side tells you your depth. Right now at 517 feet or meters. I'm not really sure which one it is. And now we're rising. And this tells you your depth, obviously, all the way down to 1,200 feet. Or meters, again, I'm not really sure which one it is. On the right-hand side of that meter, you see the little arrow where it says trim. That lets you know if you're diving or surfacing. If you're pointing to, if your arrow is below the word trim, that means you're obviously descending deeper into water. You're diving deeper. If it's above the word trim, you're ascending. If it's right there, that means you're flying perfectly level. You're not ascending or descending. All right. Having a little trouble finding this last submarine. Or these last submarines. I'm not sure how many are left because I wasn't keeping count how many I've sunk so far. It's like a pretty good number of them, so it's likely there's not that many left. And that's when it gets really hard, is when there's only like 1 or 2 left. They get really hard to find. And I'm not sure if the one that I saw a moment ago, but just before I hit the mine, if that was the one if that was the last one I just sank or not. So, and I am running out of time. I'm down to 3 minutes left in this mission. Let me try going all the way down to the bottom. Let's see, maybe I can find them there, like a little bit off the bottom of the ocean. There we go. Okay, I'm not worried about the word conflict. Try to avoid these mines. I'm also not very good at navigating this place because I can't. There's no landmarks or anything other than just the contour of the ocean floor, the contour of the area of the level. So there's no landmarks or anything I can use to really identify whether or not I've been to a certain place or not. For all I know, I could be going in circles this entire time, and the final submarine that I'm looking for is in an area that I haven't been to because I've been going in circles. Again, I can only go so high. So if I go all the way up here, I've reached the maximum height of the level. Now I'm in conflict again because I'm basically in conflict with the surface, or the maximum, or I guess the maximum or minimum level, however you want to look at it. Oh, I was also now okay. I'm also in conflict with the side of the level, so I was hitting the side walls. I'm probably going to fail this one because I'm going to run out of time, but at least you get the idea behind the mission. You drive around trying to find the enemy submarines, and I'm not really sure what each of the different difficulties are. I think maybe there's the submarines are more aggressive, perhaps more mines to hit. I'm not entirely sure. As you can see, when you get closer to a mine, it gives you a warning, letting you know that even if you can't see it, because the mine's like pulsating out of view, if you're getting close to one, it'll let you know. 58 seconds left. Yeah, I'm not going to find this last sub because I don't know where it is. Oh wait, maybe I do. Maybe I did. Where is it? 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 I say last submarine as if I'm sure it's the last one, which I don't know that it is. I lost it. Where did it go? Damn it! I didn't actually see it. I just saw it say warning. I'm gonna hit that mine. Ah, damn it! Didn't mean to do that. Where was that last mine? Where was that submarine I saw? Or that got detected? Damn it! Oh, there's one. Shoot it! 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 Come on, sink you bitch! Sink you bitch! Yay! It was the last one. I did it. Woo! With 10 seconds to go. Man, that was close. Whew. I'm glad I was able to actually finish that one successfully. Target 8 of 8. Oh, there's 8 of them on there. Okay. 8 of 8. Score 28,508. Alright. What does that give me as far as... okay, can I get out of the game now? I got 20 GP. Alright, so you get a little more... Again, you get a little more GP out of this game, probably depending on your score. We got ink. Hell is that? Use the darkness against one opponent. Big fucking deal, woo. But I got 20 GP off that one, so that's not bad. 20 GP isn't bad. So you get a little more points out of that. It takes a little bit longer. So at least I showed you those. Alright, I've got time. I mean, I'm gonna go down. I'm not gonna buy anything from her, but I can go down to that lady on the in the first area and find out how many GP I've got. How many have I got? I have 38. Okay, I think it requires 10 GP in order to do a match in the battle square. So I'm not going to exchange anything here, but I am going to go to the battle square. And, oh, by the way, I remembered that there was a reason why I did not get all the items from the Turtles Paradise. Is because I remembered the last Turtles Paradise letter that I forgot to get. And it's actually here in the gold saucer. It's here in the Ghost Square. I didn't show this off because I forgot to, because most of the time we were here, we were kind of in cutscenes and stuff. I didn't think to actually come back here to actually do this. But you come here, let this guy talk for a second, blah, 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 blah. And you go over here to this white sign that says Shop. You interact with it, and there's Turtles Paradise number 3. And once you've read that, you've gotten all 6 of the newsletters. So so I apologize for missing this one, but if you do them as you progress through the game, you've got the one in Midgar in Sector 6, I think it is. When you go to the little boy's house, there's one there. Then you go to Midgar, you go to the Shinra headquarters, and there's the one when you go into the go in the front door. And go to the billboard that you see in the back of the room on the first floor. Talk to the sign on the lower right-hand corner. That's number 2. The next one that you'll get will be here. It's this one here. This will be number 3. Then you got number 4 and 5 at the gold saucer at the Cosmo Canyon. One is at the Cosmo Candle, the hotel there. And the other one is next to the Tiger Lily shop on that little white sign that's posted on the door, on the little shop there. Talk to that sign there. That's number 5. And then number 6 is in Yuffie's house after you've been captured by her, and she tricks you into which lever to pull, and you put that metal cage down on your allies. Once you raise that cage back up and get your party back, go out the door. Instead of going left up the stairs to follow Yuffie, go right, and there's a banner on the wall there, and that banner is number 6. That's the number 6 Turtles Paradise newsletter. You've gotten all 6, and boom, you can get the items. And I will show you the items when we go back. I'll go back to Wutai to show that off real fast. But for now, I just want to make sure to show off. Here's where number 3 was. Again, I apologize for missing that one. But so many times that we come here, it's here for cutscenes only. And I never think to actually come back here because I never really need to use the hotel here for what it's actually supposed to be, an inn. And there's actually a shop in there that's not really got any good items either. But here we are at the battle square. We'll go in here real quick and I'll show off a battle. Go up to this lady over here. Let me see what I set up. I want to make sure I got the right setup on the person that I need. Okay, so what I got here, I got restore lightning, fire enemies, can manipulate steel. Okay, yeah, I don't have a great setup here, so I'm going to remove all these. and rearrange these and get set up here. You can bring anybody you want into this battle, actually. You can choose any character that you have in your current party, so it can be either Cloud or even, in this case, Tifa or Sis, that's who I've got in the party. But you can send anybody into battle that you want, but it's always going to be a one-on-one battle whoever you choose. Me, I always like to take Cloud just because. So first I'm going to put him in the back row, set him up with materia. I would do this off screen, this shouldn't take too long to set up. I'm going to give him long range, because he is in the back row, long range and counter attack. So I'll get some free damage in. All I want to do here is I want to deliver as much damage as possible, because I don't have to worry about experience. I'm not going to get any experience or any AP from any of these battles. What about gear? I didn't check gear. Ribbon, circlet, okay. What would I want to put on him? Drains poison, protects against poison. I might put that on there. This is steam rate manipulation. We don't care about those. Water attacks. Okay. I'm going to put the curse ring on him. And as I explained before, the curse ring increases each status but it inflicts a death sentence status on you. I believe that's the status that the person's on you. You'll have a 60-second countdown timer over your head, and once that 60-second countdown timer is up, you're dead. Now the reason I want to go and put the curse ring on is because I want to put... Actually, I'm not sure that that'll work, because I don't think he actually inflicts that condition, so that may not work after all. You know, I was thinking about putting Hades added effect on him, but I don't think he actually prevents the death status. That actually won't work. So let me change that to something else. Let me change that to... I'm going to go poison, because that'll nullifies lightning, earth, water, poison, drains poison, attacks, protects against poison. No, I'll have the Hades added effect for that. So I'll go with strength plus 10 probably. Vitality and spirit up 50. I'll go with a tough ring. The tough ring increases my defensive stats by 50, which will probably be a better stat, so I'm going to go with that. I'll have a lot of elemental resistance. So we go ahead and go Hades added effect. Hades added effect for status protection. These for attacking. Definitely enemy skill, because I will be using it. Won't be stealing, won't be needing death more, I won't be needing death blow or morph. Shouldn't need double cut, I wouldn't think, for anything. Don't think I need any of these summons. Sorry about that. We'll go restore. Let me put it over here. We'll go restore MP Turbo to boost the effectiveness of the heals. I don't need, obviously don't need any all materials, because I'm going to be single targeting healing, because it's going to be a one. I say one-on-one battle. It's going to be one versus the opponents. The opponent could be a number of enemies, but it won't be one of your allies, so I don't need multi-targeting healing. Let me move the enemy skill materia up here, because I want to use another pair up here for something. So let me rearrange this, and then put enemy skill up here. Damn it, why do you keep yawning? What the fuck? Okay. What are my defenses? Lightning, earth, water, and poison, so I'm not immune to fire. So let's go back to materia. We'll go fire, elemental on defense to absorb all the fire elements. That'd be good. What else can we stick on here? That'd be good. I got multi-targeting magic in the enemy skill, so I don't really need to worry about that. Don't care about Chocobo Lure, Luck Plus, or Magic Plus. I don't care about these summons. God damn it! Seriously, what the fuck? I'm trying not to equip too many materials, because I want to try to keep his HP up as high as possible. So I'm not going to use Ultimate or Contain or Comet. So I think I'm actually pretty good on my setup here. So summarizing, I'm going to go long range counterattack, because that way if he gets attacked, when he counterattacks, he can do the same amount of damage because he's going to be in the back row. I want him to do the same amount of damage no matter what row he's in when he does a counterattack. Enemy skill for multi-targeting magic and multi-targeting healing. Well, don't need multi-targeting healing, but healing when I need it. Hades added effect for essentially a ribbon, multi-target for multi-status protection. Fire elemental to absorb fire elemental damage, since I already have armor that nullifies lightning, earth, water, and poison. So that's 5 elements that I'm immune to. And then I have restore MP turbo for the maximum amount of healing that I need. Okay, so that's a good setup here. Let's go ahead and talk to this lady here. We got 38 GP. Let's do it. It's going to be Cloud, of course. And whoever you actually pick to go in and fight gets a little comment here. They say a little something before they can go into the fight. Alright. Okay, these guys don't look like they know each other. I think the two little worms, they can inflict slow on you. I want to start with regen. Start getting keep my HP up to maximum. I'm then going to throw down Big Guard for one to counter the slow, and to keep my barriers and defenses high. And the battles that you encounter here will be random every time, so the enemies that you encounter will be different each time you come in here to do this fight. So he, of course, uses the one thing I'm not immune to is ice. So Big Guard here, that'll give me haste. Thunder will be nullified. That'll give me haste and barriers. Probably could have gone with 2 times cut, it would have been a bad idea, but that's okay. Unfortunately, he's going to counter the haste with slow again. Once I kill these enemies off, once I kill these worms off, I can counter that back. The upside of being slowed, as you can see, the barriers are also slowed down as well. The barriers don't drain as fast. Alright, we got through the first round. Alright, I got 10 battle points for that. Let's keep going. Slot start. So my magic's going to be broken. The magic materia is broken. That's okay, I don't have too much magic materia. Luckily, I still have my enemy skills, though. Alright, with that in mind, let's go ahead and go enemy skill. Let's go Big Guard again, because he's not going to slow me down anymore. I can get back to hasted. I'm not going to get my barriers back, but that's okay. At least I get my haste back up. Let's go ahead and just straight up attack. Alright, got him in one hit. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright, it's going to break my accessory, which means I'm going to lose my tough ring. So my vitality and spirit are going to go back down. I'm going to go back down, but that's no big deal. Okay, here we can use enemy skill. Let's go ahead and go with magic breath here. This might work. I don't have poison poison material on me, rather. Otherwise, I would use that, because these are the enemies that are instantly killed by poison. Any bio attack will instantly kill these enemies. We already I showed that off in the Temple of the Ancients. Alright. What I need to do on my next turn here is re-establish regen. So I'll do that here. I got 43 points so far. Okay. Item is going to be broken. That's fine. I'm not using any items right now. So I'm going to use enemy skill. Big Guard. Oh, that's right. I don't have regen anymore. I don't have access to regen because of the magic material broken. So I lost my healing material. That's okay. No big deal. I do have a healing in White Wind, which I will use on this next turn here. I want Big Guard up here to keep get my barriers back up. So enemy skill, White Wind. And then on my next turn, what I'm going to cast on myself is Death Force. And the reason for that is there are some enemies that can cast instant death spell on you, and when you do, that is going to be a serious problem. Because obviously instant death is going to be instant kill, game over, you lose the match. As you can see, White Wind only restores the amount of HP that the character currently has. So, I have to keep doing it over and over again in order to kind of get my MP built back up. As a counterattack. So again, free damage and take a turn. Alright, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and, for safety, go ahead and throw down Death Force here. This will make me immune to sudden death. They do, those of you who are familiar with the Final Fantasy series, the enemies known as Tonberries are in this game, and yes, they can inflict instant death with their little chef knife. They'll walk there, poke you with a knife, dead. That's why I'm using this Death Force ability, because that prevents that from happening. So now I'm immune to instant death, as long as I'm, well, if I die, it doesn't matter, it's going to be game over anyway. I'm going to keep using White Wind for a minute to heal myself up, and just rely, and until I get my health back up to max, I'm going to rely on Cloud possibly counterattacking in order to, until I get fully healed. Of course, they're giving me a bunch of enemies that are casting ice abilities on me, but one of the few elements I don't have any resistance to. Cloud's got a limit break here, that's good. Should give me almost a full heal, and it does. We're going to use limit break here. We use Meteor Rain. I could use Finishing Touch, which it usually causes instant death to enemies, but I don't want to risk. It also has a chance to miss. I'd rather go ahead and go with an attack that will guarantee, will most likely hit, than possibly miss with a instant death attack. 91 points so far, so I'm doing good. I'm going to get poisoned here, but I think I should be immune to that because I have Hades at an effect on me, so the poison will not actually work on me. Good, it did not work. Excellent. That's very good. Let's go down to the big guard to get our barriers back up. These guys I think we encountered in the icicle area. It's like the last enemies we encountered, those snow golems. MP's running a little low, so that's not very good. Let's take these guys out with Beta. These guys should be weak to fire because they are in an ice area. These are enemies from Icicle in. Cost a lot of MP, granted, but... Oh, wow, the other one survived. Let's go ahead and attack. There we go. 107 points. That's not bad, but seeing you don't get very many points here. Okay, mini. This is one thing I don't think I'm immune to. This could be a problem. Okay, good, I was immune to it. Good, that's good. Alright, immune to that, that's not going to do any good. Let's just do some, these guys aren't that strong, let's go and do straight up attacks. Unfortunately, I'm slowed. I'm going to kill the guy in the middle, then I'm going to cast Big Guard on myself again. And I'm going to take out most of my MP. But I'd like to be hasted. I don't like the enemies getting that many free hits on me, or that many easy hits on me. He's going to Fury me. That's fine. Okay, I'm Fury. That's not bad. Big Guard. Okay, I didn't get a chance to throw down Big Guard. That's okay. 215 points. Let's start. Okay. We can either get cured, lucky 7, which means I won't get any handicap at all, or my MP will go to 0, which is not that low right now. So it's pretty low right now anyway. Oh, I got cured. Okay, that's good. And there's the dreaded Tonberry that I mentioned a moment ago. Big Guard goes up first to get my speed back up. This guy will move around the map. Move around the battle map. As he gets closer and closer to your enemies, once he gets like right next to your characters, that's when he will initiate the, oh man, I don't have a lot left. The knife, that's when he'll use the knife ability and stab one of your allies and kill them. Unfortunately, my items are broken, so all I can do is cast weak magic at this point, and now I can just attack. That's all I can do because I'm out of MP. I cannot restore my MP at all. But since I have Death Force already cast on myself, I should be able to be immune to his knife attack. Now, this is the regular Tonberry, or yes, the regular Tonberry. Sometimes he will also cast an ability called Everyone's Grudge, I believe, and that is actually a very dangerous attack. I hope he doesn't cast it on me. There's Knife. Useless because I have Death Force on. What? Death Force is supposed to prevent that! God damn it. But as you can see, I gained no battle points because I died. I lost. I thought I was supposed to be immune to that. Death Force is supposed to prevent instant death. That's what the knife does. Okay, well, obviously I'm wrong. I swore I thought Death Force actually prevented the death from the knife attack. But oh well. Well, that's how the battle square works. If I had actually beaten the Tonberry there, I would have come away with the battle points that I had won, which, as you can see, was only about 105 points, maybe about 120 points, something like that. I probably would have come away. They wouldn't have shown you your final points after that final battle until you came out here. At that point, I probably would have gotten. I can't go up there. Okay. I think I would have probably gotten about 200 points. And that just shows you an example of those, 8 battles, and you only get 200 points. And yet you need 16 or 32,000 points in order to get Cloud's level 4 ultimate, level 4 limit break Omni Slash. Honestly, I don't really think it's worth that much time. So I've been thinking, between the last episode, this one, and during the last episode and all that stuff, I've been thinking real hard, and I've glitched her out. That's great. I've been thinking really hard about getting the Omni Slash limit break, and I don't think I'm going to get it. The reason is because it's going to take so long for me to build up enough GP to be able to fight enough fight enough battles in here. I've been able to have GP to afford the battles to fight here in order to build up my BP to get the item I need. Remember, if I run out of GP because I was battling over and over again, if I leave this room, I lose all my battle points. So let's say, I don't remember exactly, but I think Omni Slash costs 16,000 BP here. I'm getting 16 and 32, I can't remember for sure. But let's just, for argument's sake, say it's 16. Let's say I've got 15,900 points out of what I've done so far, but I'm out of GP. I've only got 9 GP left, and it requires 10 GP in order to actually enter the battle. I'm screwed. I can't get Omni Slash because if I leave, I lose those 15,900 points. So that takes a lot of time and a lot of coordination. And that is the Chocobo Square and the Wonder Square are not the only ways to get GP, but those are the easiest ones. There is one that you can get. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope for the best here. But if you go back to the station, there is a chance you can actually buy GP. So let's see if I can get lucky enough. There's a guy here. Go down here, go out here. You go as you're if you're trying to leave the station. He's not there. Damn. Okay. I'll just go ahead and point this out. Up here at the top of the screen, past the save point, there will be a random chance. I want to say it's like 1/16th or 1 in 32nd chance that there will be a guy standing here. He'll look kind of like Wedge, I think, from Midgar. He'll be standing here. You talk to him, and he will actually sell you GP. And I think it's a 10-to-1 exchange. So 1 GP costs you 10 gil. I think you can buy up to 100 GP. So if you have 1,000 gil, you can buy 100 GP from this guy, and that'll net you obviously at least 10 battles in the battle square, depending on how much of the GP you've attained so far. So, it's not really a reliable way to get GP because you can see it's a random chance he'll be there. But if he is there, it's reliable enough because all you gotta do is spend gil in order to get it. And by this point, I've got 310,000 gil. I can afford 1,000 gil worth of GP. So those are the way to get GP. But considering it's still going to take a long time to do this off screen, just to build up enough GP and then enough BP to get Omni Slash, I don't really think it's worth it because really Omni Slash is really overpowered, kind of like the Knights of the Round. Well, when I say it's overpowered, it can't. I'll put it to you like this: when I explain the Knights of the Round materia, the summon materia Knights of the Round, it can kill the final boss in one summon. The Knights of the Round materia summon that I showed you at the round island, the materia cave there. That's where you get the Knights of the Round materia. It can actually beat the final boss of the regular storyline in one attack, in one casting. Omni Slash doesn't really work the same way. Omni Slash isn't quite as overpowered as Knights of the Round. So you can actually fight bosses and use it against bosses, and still the boss will survive for some more hits. But it is still a pretty damn powerful limit break. It's equal. I would say it's on par with any other level 4 limit break that does multiple attacks, like Barrett's not Apocalypse. Catastrophe. It hits multiple times and does a lot of damage, and Cloud's is the same thing. He hits its target multiple times. But I don't really want to take the time to build up the GP and BP necessary to get that limit break. I'm sorry, I don't feel like taking that much time. Again, I might go ahead and do that off screen in the future and show that off in bonus episodes. But also by doing that, I am also preventing myself from being able to show off a special Cloud-only battle in the battle square. Once you obtain the ultimate weapon, which is Cloud's ultimate weapon that you get from defeating Ultimate Weapon, flying around the world map, you get Omni Slash. I want to say there's one other requirement. I can't remember what it is. I want to say it's the W Summon materia. There's another materia that's available in the battle square that you can buy for. Basically, I think it's twice as much as you can get Omni Slash for. So what Omni Slash is, if it's 16, you can get W Summon for 32,000. If Omni Slash costs 32, you can get W Summon for 64,000. Either way, W Summon, I think you can get all three of those. You get Omni Slash, you get Ultra Weapon, and you get W Summon. There is a special battle that becomes available in the battle square that no matter losing your party, Cloud will only do by himself. And you'll be fighting mostly a lot of bosses in the game. Usually with the final round, if you get that far, being one of, I think, 3 enemies, one of them being the Heidegger and Scarlet's Proud Claude, remember that from the Sector 8 area? The anti-weapon artillery, as they call it. You can fight that here. And yes, it's just the same as it was in Sector 8, but it's going to be harder because you only have Cloud. You have to deal with not only just the Proud Claude itself, but also the Jamar armor, that giant chest plate. But also, you can fight him. There's a chance. I think you can fight Ultimate Weapon again as well. I think Ultimate Weapon is actually another final round fight in that ultimate battle. And I think there's one other enemy that I can't think of off the top of my head right now that is also available in that final battle. So, or that basically the penultimate battle, I think is what it's called. So, the penultimate battle I won't be able to show, and I won't be able to show off his level 4 limit break because I'm not going to be getting the level 4 limit break Omni Slash for Cloud. I'm also not going to be getting the W Summon materia either. Let me explain what the W Summon is materia, since I have mentioned it, but I didn't describe it. It's the same as the W item materia that we got back in Midgar. The W item materia allows you to use 2 items in one turn. Same thing works with the W summon materia. You can use the W summon materia to cast 2 summons in one turn as long as you have the MP for it. And yes, it does work. The W summon materia does work on Knights of the Round. The only time that becomes limited is because Knights of the Round costs a lot of MP to use, and obviously 2 castings would be too much MP for one person to have. So sometimes it's kind of hard to actually double cast Knights of the Round just because you don't have enough MP to cast it twice. So I'm going to start this episode by saying I will not be getting the Omni Slash level 4 limit break. So I apologize that I won't be getting that during this little series here. Again, I probably will come back and do it later. I'll come back and show the penultimate battle, which I won't be doing now. I'll come back and show that later. I will get the W summon materia later, but not now. And finally, so I'm not getting the Knights of the Round materia. I'm also not going to be doing I also explained I won't be doing the entire Chocobo side quest. I will not be getting a gold Chocobo, therefore I will not be able to get the Knights of the Round materia, and I will not be showing off the Emerald or Ruby weapon fights right now. So, I apologize if that's what you're hoping for. I will not be doing it in this current series. I do want to come back to it later and do it not off screen, but do it as bonus episodes. And the reason I don't want to do it now is because I'm already 75, 76 episodes in. And how I record games is, how I upload stuff to YouTube and stuff, is I record an entire game all at once. Not necessarily in one sitting, but I record an entire game from beginning to end, and then I edit it and upload it. Other YouTubers will like record maybe 2 or 3 episodes, edit those episodes, and upload them the same day they play them, or within a few days of recording them. I don't do that because when I start playing a game, I'm itching to play more of it, especially if it's a game that I really like Final Fantasy VII. So if I record, say, 3 to 5 episodes, and then I stop to go edit those, while I'm waiting those episodes to complete editing, the editing process, I'm itching to play more, but I can't because my computer is in the process, is processing those videos, and I can't play a game and process at the same time. My computer just can't handle that much power, that much work. So, the reason I say I'm not doing the penultimate battles and the battles against the optional super bosses of Emerald and Ruby is it requires a lot of off-screen time to take, and that's more time than it's going to take for this game to be on hold until I finish it and be able to upload it. So if I finish the main story and everything I've done up to this point, and some of the optional stuff that I've done up to this point, finish the game, then I can edit it, upload it, and get it off my mind for a little while and go on to another project, and then come back to this later and basically play it again more or less, but just do the off-screen stuff that I want to do, and then show the on-screen stuff, like showing how to get all the chocobos, getting the Knights of the Round Materia, and showing off the penultimate battle and the optional super bosses of Ruby and Emerald. So, like I gotta say, this series has already taken me 70 plus episodes to record, and I don't want to spend a lot more time doing off-screen stuff. So I will come back to this, and it will be bonus episodes, but it may be a 6 months to a year after I actually upload what I've done, upload the actual series before the bonus episodes come out. So if you're watching this series in, say, 2 or 3 years, you got nothing to worry about because y'all probably already have the bonus episodes up and ready to go and show, and already have them uploaded. But if you're one of my current subscribers and or viewers that are watching videos as I upload them, you won't see those bonus episodes right now. You'll probably have to wait a while before I do them. And I'll have uploaded other games by that point. So I apologize for rambling, but I just kind of wanted to make clear how I do my channel. It's just the way I run it. Is it the best way to do it? I don't know. It's just the way I prefer because, again, I don't like playing a few episodes and then going edit those episodes and then I gotta wait before I can play some more. I'd like to play the game all at once. So, again, downside to that is I don't get some of your feedback until I complete the entire series, but I can still respond to any feedback that you have. So, again, I apologize for all the rambling I've done for this episode. I've shown off everything I want to do here. What I'm going to do next, pretty much what I want to do is I wanted to get the Omni Slash here, but it's going to take a long time, so I'm not going to be doing it here. So what I'm going to do next is, I think that's pretty much all I need to do. I'm going to double check my notes and make sure that my enemy skill materials, I've gotten everything that I can get up to this point. Here's something that I will tell you that I am going to do. But at the beginning of the next episode, I will meet you guys in Rutai, because I'm going to show you the items that you get for getting all 6 of the Turtles Paradise newsletters. Now that I actually got the last one that I was missing from the Gold Saucer's Ghost Hotel. So now that I've got that one, I'm going to show that off, and that's where I'll meet you guys in the next episode of Final Fantasy VII, Beverly Rutai. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out the links at the end of this video for more of my videos. And if you've watched it to this point and then tolerated my blabbering, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade, and I'll see you later.